Show Coffee sponsors. So let's get straight into it. Good morning, Tony.
Good morning, Ange.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
Good. Always good on a Friday, and
Yes.
you're looking snazzy.
Thank you.
Tony, today you said we're talking about failure. What would you like to share?
Yeah, it's a topic that we we really don't talk much about. It's something that we just internalize and we keep it to ourselves, and we just hope and pray that it would go away by some magic wand. And, I've come to realize that failure is actually feedback. It's saying to you that what you've tried didn't work, so try something else. And I've also come to realize that failure is not the opposite of success. I always thought it was. But actually, failure is part of success. It's the journey that we were talking about that you embark upon. And you've come across so many prominent people, international, top guys, internationally known guys that have actually failed so many times. And the fact about it is that, I also failed so many times. But the sad thing, what happened then, Angie, is that I just crawled into a little dark corner. And I was hoping that someday, I would be able to just spring out of this and put that aside and just kind of think that it never happened. But I realized that I need to work through it. So this morning, I'm talking about failure not because of the exams coming and I'm kind of preempting failure for learners and things, but it's an appropriate time to remind the learners that, failure is part of that journey.
Absolutely.
Right? And there's so much that is put into the effort of a passing examination at this time of the year. And when it doesn't work out the way you want it, one needs to be very careful of what our reaction is going to be then. And I want to just remind the learners, right, that there is definitely hope after this whole period of whether you fail or you succeed. And one of the reasons, or one of the ways of actually overcoming failure is to realize that failure is not your identity. You may have failed in a particular part of your life, but it doesn't mean it has to you need to hold on to it and become overwhelmed with this failure that you've been through. It's not your identity. It doesn't define who you are. And you have your own definition, and you're one that's awesome, you're one that's a success, and you're one that can really progress in life. The other thing is to be transparent. Right? When you're transparent, then you're able to forgive and forget what's happened and move on. It's a lesson that we learn, and we don't need to be stuck in that. We need to move on. And the other thing is that we need to stop blaming whatever has happened on other people. Very often we blame, I was explaining offset that I had failed in one of the interviews that I'd been through for a promotional position. And I was devastated. I actually resigned immediately and I just went into my own world. But the reality about it is that you tend to blame people for what's not working out the way you intended it. You blame others, and the more often you allow that blame to lay in the hands of other people, you don't take responsibility. So being transparent allows us to actually make changes. Now there's some other benefits out of actually failure. It's amazing. We become stronger in our endeavors to reach our goals. Of course, right? Yeah. We also become smarter because we sit back and think, what could work this time that didn't work the last time? Absolutely. So that's so crucial that we can actually look at those benefits of failure as well. So the amazing thing is that there is some benefits out of that thing. You also think out of the box. When you actually fail, you sit back and say, okay, who do I connect with? Who do I connect with in order to ensure that the next time we're not going to make the same mistake as well?
Allows you to become creative.
Yes, so that is why it's so important. One of the other ways of overcoming failure is to connect with people. I went into this dark corner and it just became so isolated from life, and it was devastating. It actually messed up my life for a couple of years, and I wish I could do something different then. But I've learned otherwise, that you can actually move out of the dark corner. Everyone's failed. We've failed in our job opportunities, we've failed in relationships, we've failed in terms of managing money. So we all are failures on the road to success.
And it's necessary because it's part of the growth
Absolutely.
kind of program that you're going
Absolutely.
through. It gives you wisdom, it gives you insight, it makes you understand and relate to other people better.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, with our failures, we learn so much, and it gives up the opportunity to sow into other people.
Yes. Yeah. And also, and when you hear of people who've been through so much and they've successfully managed to get to a better place, that story really, it resonates so well with you. Other than the other person who's had it kind of smooth sailing and is, got to better places without having to go through the challenges and the fact of facing failure, you don't really resonate with those stories. You resonate. I mean, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I've been in recovery for the past 33 years. And even that too is such an amazing opportunity that I've embraced to make sure that the quality of my recovery gets better and better every day. And that's what you can impact on the world around you. That's what you can give. And that's such a powerful message I want to share with everyone else. Failure is not the end. It is just a stepping stone to get to where you want to be.
And
That's
you're
part
not the
of
only one
achieving-
as well. Because
Absolutely.
everybody goes through the
Absolutely.
same process.
And it's
In
part
fact,
of achieving your goals.
And-
So focus on your goals, redefine your journey, and get there. It is possible.
It's a great message. Thank you so much, Tony. And at the end of the day, I think most of the most successful people on the planet were those guys who's experienced failure
Yes.
plenty of times,
Yes.
but had the strength and
Yes.
the courage to just overcome it. And
Absolutely.
look where they are now.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Thank you, Tony. We'll see you again next week.
Sure. Thanks, Ange.